Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I thought I'd jump in today. Might as well kick it off, right? And see what happens this morning when the market opens here in about 5 minutes. And we'll go from there. All right. So I think the hot topic, at least for everyone trading the meme stock, is obviously right now AMC. So let's jump over to the chart really quick and take a look at what happened. So yeah, so merging between APE and AMC occurred today. APE is no more, and let's see what happened this morning. There was this formation of a bear flag from basically on this 10-minute chart that started up here, right around price target 1, coming all the way down, reaching a low of 1331, and then once again nailed 1320 here, right? This is actually lower than what happened on the 24th. So yeah, so dropped, recovered a little bit to about, let's see, 15, and then this bear flag kicked in, and then obviously we have a decline. So let's see what happens today after they've hit this bottom. Obviously, I stated yesterday that AMC's going to probably see a new all-time low, and that's going to be right around 1035 right here. At least that's the goal that they meaning shorts are going to try to hit. I don't know if they're going to do that, or will be able to do that, or will want to do that. That is yet to be seen. Harmonically looking, I was waiting for this oscillator to come down into the oversold area and then pop out similar to what we saw here. But unfortunately, this dropped down and then haven't recovered yet. So that means, or that tells me that there's probably going to be more downside to come. Just be prepared for that. I'm still waiting for this. Regardless of what happens up here in the price action, I don't have a confirmation yet because I just don't. Not much I can tell you there. What I can tell you is, let's see here. What I can tell you is, did we lose that chart? We did lose that chart. Anyway, I'll come back and take a look at what happened to that chart later. Okay, all right, so let's wait for the market to open. There's a lot happening on the 5-minute chart here. As you can see, the breakdown occurred at $13.72, and it's trading at 1331 right now, and market should be open in 2 minutes. And then I know TTOO ran some this morning. Um, it's doing some retracement right now on the 5-minute chart. We're looking at like a 618 retracement. Had a nice breakout from 36 cents, peaked out at 44 cents. However, on the daily chart, I still believe that the stock is going to retrace back down quite a bit down here. So we'll see what happens there. Very still doing its thing. Finger, ooh, had a quick spike and then drop back down on the 10-minute chart. SPY, Nvidia. Wow, this guy. If it holds on the 10-minute chart today, if it breaks out at 472, wow, we're looking at a price target of 488 in the very short term. So I would definitely watch if it comes down, test the bottom here, bounce up, come back down, and then if the trend line supports it, we can see a price target of 488 as price target 1 for this massive pattern that was developed, that started developing back in August 23rd. I mean, this is pretty nice. This is a nice movement. Watch for this today. Watch for that reaction to the type 1. That's beautiful. Wow. I just, you gotta see what happened today. I'm pretty excited for NVIDIA. Okay, all right, let's take a look at what else. All right, I believe market just opened. Let's jump back to AMC and see what happens. I like the 2-minute chart. Let's jump to the 2-minute chart and see what happens. White line is 20 SMA. Green line is 8 EMA. Yellow line is, I believe, 4 EMA or 3 EMA. Let's see. It's looking not too terrible. We've got a little bit of a confirmation here on the 4-hour chart. Okay, let's just see what happens. Yeah, just as I expected, TTOO is retracing. I mean, it is up for the day, but again, I'm expecting this to happen, to come down. Very, again, I've been telling our team that I see more downside for Very. Let's see, coming down here. Unfortunately, before we can see some more movement upwards. GTII had a nice bounce. Let's see, 10-minute chart shows that it's sitting right at the 200 SMA for the 10-minute chart. Very low volume, unfortunately. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, look at TTOO. It's probably going to try to prove me wrong here. Let's look at the 1-hour chart. Oh, look at that. Let's see what happens today. Looks like it's forming inside day bar here on the 1-hour chart. This would be pretty bullish if they can hold this price range going into Monday. That's pretty exciting. All right, we'll come back and take a look what happens there. So, let's see. All right, again, welcome to Tipline, my new YouTube channel, focusing on technical analysis and discussing all things stock market. So, I hope you enjoy this brief few minutes initial look at the market. I don't want to go too long because something like this, I want to do more live action when my account gets approved later today. With that, I'm going to go ahead and stop here and then jump back in later today. Hope this video turns out because I'm still winging it. I don't have a nice backdrop or anything like that yet. I'm still messing around with the tuning of the microphone and the camera and the lighting. You might be able to hear a little bit of a buzzing from the AC in the back. It gets really hot up here in my office, so I have to have an external unit. I look forward to meeting everyone. Come on in, like, subscribe, participate, ask questions, send me your tickers that you want to take a look at to tipline@gmail.com or look me up on X, formerly known as Twitter, at NGUYEN, and that's my last name. But you know what, before I sign off, let's take a look at AMC here because it's moving. It's moving. All right, 10-minute chart. I'm looking for a break at like 1446. If AMC can break 1446 here, let's see. Oh, I forgot to switch over to the chart. All right, if I'm looking for this break right here on the 10-minute chart, if AMC can break 1448, then we can see a retracement back up to. Let's see here. I like this chart. It's coming together. Let's see. We do need to still see AMC come back to 1585. Let me mark these here. 1585, but the breakout needs to be at 1448 right here. So this is the trajectory up to here, this neckline. Continue up, come back down, test that. If it holds, then comes back up here to 1485 to test this level of the harmonic optimized pricing range. Now, let's see here. I know I said I'm going to sign off, but things are moving and I want to make sure we get this covered. Let's see here. Yeah, 1585 was where AMC should have bounced here. Okay, should have bounced here, somewhere around this area. But that didn't happen due to whatever. As of right now, it looks like it is moving in the right direction, and I want to see it stay that way, leading into Monday being the payout day for the shares to AMC holders. I believe that once we see this hold stabilize around the 15 price range, then that is where I want to see AMC recover and come back up to the price target one that it should have been a few days ago, right here at 1897, and then we'll see some level of retracement coming back down to the 15 price range, and then come back up to price target 2 at 20, which is right where the split was at $20. And then from there, I want to see some recovery. Like I said in my previous video, once AMC hit this bottom down here, I'm not sure if it will test the all-time low at 1035. But as of right now, I would love for it to retrace back up, or at least do some recovery, or better yet, come up and fill this gap, at least back up to where price was when the split occurred, the 2-to-1 split occurred, and then do whatever it needs to do, and then bounce back up, go all the way up, and then there's one more gap fill I want to see. I mean, the sooner these gap fills happen, the better recovery is going to be for AMC. All right, so it's still going. Oh my gosh, look at that. I love it. Let's take a look here. What's going on? Some of the chart here. Okay, so all right, we're looking at. Let's see here. This is the 10-minute chart. I love the 10-minute chart. It gives me just a really nice perspective of price action and where price targets could eventually land. Let's see. Okay. Let me check the oscillators. All right, so nothing is oversold on the 10-minute chart. Came down, oversold, popped up. The stochastic came down to oversold, popped up, very bullish. This is very bullish. This is very bullish here as well. Came down to the oversold, created a V, popped up, and it's on its way up. I like it. I like it. Where's the volume right now for the first 10 minutes of trading? Yep, we're 8 minutes in. There's still 10 more. There's still 2 more minutes before this candle closes, and it's at about 1.5 million volume right now. Let's see. All right, like I said, watch for this breakout right here at 1448 and see what happens. If that happens, it's going to come back down and test this price. I'm confident that it will. And should it do that, we can definitely see the movement back up to where it should have been for this 10-minute chart at 1585. Okay. 1 more minute to go. Let's see what the 5-minute chart's doing. Yep, look at that. Beautiful. Came straight back down. This is exactly what we want to see in terms of recovery. Comes down, bounces off, and then come back up. And then you'll see the oscillator support that. That's why, this is why I love my setup. It's not laggy. The oscillators, the indicators are not laggy like the others that I've used in the past. So this tells me with a high level of accuracy of what the price is doing almost in real time. So currently right now on the 2-minute chart, it is slightly oversold, but if you look at the 5-minute chart, it's still got so much runway to go. And then there it is. Let's see what happens here with the next 10-minute candle. Let's see. It's approaching my zone of where I think the breakout's going to be. Let's see if it gets rejected. Let me check the 5-minute chart here. 5-minute chart, again, you saw the bear flag hit the top and then just drop to the price target of 13. And then it's bouncing back up. Obviously, there's now price target 1 and 2. And then I'd like for it to come back to 1531, which is the pricing for the harmonic pattern here. This is a bearish pattern, and that lines up with my chart over here on the 10-minute at 1585. So let's just relax and see what happens at this point. It should happen pretty quickly, whether it's going to get rejected or it's going to break up. And if you notice here on the 5-minute chart, the the 200 SMA happens to be at right at 1441, and guess where the breakout is? Right around 1446. So yeah, I don't believe in coincidences when it comes to technical analysis. They all lined up together, and if you understand and be able to read how everything works together, then you'll get you'll see a big picture here. As you can see on the 1-hour chart, oh my gosh, look at this. They tried to push this thing all the way down to $13 in the last hour, and then look at it, it just got bought up all the way up here, and then price got pushed back up to 1440. I mean, the bulls completely stepped in and just bought up the float, or bought up whatever that was being sold. So there's about 2.67 million shares took place in the last hour. We're 43 minutes in. I'm sorry, 13 minutes in. I'm looking at the chart right now, and again, it's getting very close to the breakout point. Let's see what's going to happen. I'm almost thinking that it's going to get rejected right here by the 200 SMA for the 5-minute chart, and then come back down, and it's probably going to sit here and consolidate at 1450 or 1440 and 1450 for an hour before it makes another attempt. Who knows? Let's see if the bulls can step in and drive this up. Again, my target is I want to get back to about 1531 to 1580 and hold strong today for Friday, leading into Monday. Whew, wow, that I was supposed to already signed off, right? But exciting, good stuff. Let's see what happens. Since we're here, we're on a roll. Let's keep it going. Meanwhile, this candle's got another 8 minutes before it does anything. Let's take a look at what else is happening around the market. TTOO. I mean, 5 minutes testing the 200 SMA. 10-minute chart is what I rely on for intraday, and it's currently sitting below the AEMA, and I don't like that. I mean, when I see this, I think of this immediately when I see that under the AEMA. Very is just being very right now. Again, trend still continues downward. GTII is not doing anything. NVOS, it's slightly down 4.5%. Finger, still just being fingered. NASDAQ is up slightly. Oh, look at that. It gapped up today. No, it didn't gap up today. That's just a 5-minute chart. 10-minute chart looks good. Yes, it did gap up on the 10-minute chart. Is that the, let's see here. So we're looking at price target possibly from this deep crab pattern of 14, let's see here, could bounce to like 1492 and then possibly come back down and test and then head back up. Don't know, not sure, we'll track it later. SPY's up a little bit. NVIDIA, where are you at, NVIDIA? Where are you at? Oh, look at that. Got sold off and then came back to life. Bulls came in and just pushed the price back up. Eventually, I'm thinking that price will eventually retrace. So this is what happened. Price went up, closed out the pattern, came back, had a quick reaction, and then it's gonna bounce, and then I'm expecting a retracement to price target 2 at 1447 at some point. I love it when there are patterns, especially when I pair it up with my harmonics and see exactly what's happening here. So again, see how the price movement is very close to the oscillator, telling me almost in real time what's happening with the price action. Let's see, MAT. This is, I know this is a painful one for a lot of people, so it's just barcoding back and forth. Not much happening here. Oh yeah, this was being pumped quite a bit in the last, I think in pre-market today. At least for the hour chart, there is an ABCD pattern, a bullish ABCD pattern, closed out, let's see, on the 24th, which was yesterday. I'm expecting, I guess it did have a quick reaction. Let me see. Had a quick reaction, came down, had a quick reaction up. I'm expecting to come back down to test the HOP, the harmonic optimized pricing, before heading to price target 1, or then again, it could have already hit price target 1 right here, and now it's just looking at going to price target 2, which is 17 cents on the hour chart. So that could happen today, could happen by the end of the day today, or it could happen possibly Monday morning. But let's look at the day chart really quick here. Day chart, it looks horrible. I mean, oh my gosh, day chart is not cool. It's just on a downward spiral. Yeah, so that's that. Let's see what else. CSM, Sun, VinFast. This is so awesome. VinFast is up 20% today. I think there's only 1% float available for trading, so there's a lot of volatility here. It's just nuts. The valuation is so absurdly high. It's up almost $9 today, 20%, and it just keeps going. And I mean, I feel like I should have just bought the dip here at 18 and ride it up. But who knows? I mean, these stocks bounce so rapidly. But definitely, VFS or VinFast is one to keep an eye on. Let's jump back to AMC and see what it's doing here. Yep. So, like I said, I expected on the 5-minute chart for resistance to kick in right here, just as I had expected. There you go. All right, so bull stepped in. I mean, it bounced off of the 8 EMA, which is very bullish, and that was at 404. Bounced off, ran into resistance here at the 200 SMA on the 5-minute chart, and it's just I believe it's going to just barcode here or retrace back down somewhere here in the 1420 range, and then come back up, because this is where the 20 SMA is. So I'm thinking it should nail 1414, and then it'll cool off the oscillators a little bit, and then make an attempt to break the 200 resistance. Let's see what happens. Now, the bigger chart, the larger 10-minute chart. Yep, see, like I said, here is the breakout, but it's getting rejected under the 220 SMA, which is the white line, but it's sitting between the 20 and the 8, and the 8 is still bullish, and there's the blue line is the 50 SMA. I like this price action. Let's see what happens. If it can break this, I'm looking at a pretty nice recovery for AMC in the next day or two, short run. On the day, 4.44 million shares traded. So as of right now, I mean, I think it's just going to consolidate and see what happens. But if it can break the 1441 price target, we're going to get good movements. Let's see, TTOO, just as I expected. Nailed the top, got nailed by the 200 SMA on the 10-minute chart, rejected, and just all the way down. Let's see, what is that? If you had bought in at the top, which is, it nailed the price target up here. If you had came in and sold off there and came back down, that's 18%, folks. It's like, well, almost 19% drop from the top down to where it's technically currently at right now, right? 18%. Yep, 18%. Just keep that in mind. I mean, when you've got profit, or when what I do is I don't in the bearish market I don't in the bearish market I'm not greedy. You know, I tell my team, stay green, not greedy. Take the profit, take some off the table, is what I do, because this happens. I mean, you're watching it right now on TTOO. There must have been good news, pumping, whatever, but came up and then it's down 20%. It will get rejected, and then if you look at the long-term play, the long-term chart here on the 1 day lower right, it's still going to decline back down to normalize on price before a bigger price movement takes place. Okay, all right. Please feel free to jump in with your comments. Let me know the content you're seeing is good, bad, and okay. What you might want to see more of or less of. I am open to suggestions. I'm open to recommendations, feedback, whatever. The microphone sounds crappy, or you know, the lighting sucks in this room. Obviously, I'm going to put up some sound absorbing material, put up some nice pictures, create better lighting. So, but for now, you get me and you get the charts. Nothing too fancy, but at the end of the day, it's about getting information out to you in a timely manner. And for that, I'm almost 30 minutes in. I mean, I didn't think I was going to go this long, but I'm 30 minutes in. And before I check out, let's take a look at AMC real quick, because I see that there's a retracement here happening. Yep, so it got rejected, and now it's retracing, and I suspect they're probably going to try to push it all the way back down to, let's see here, let's see, sorry, I forgot to switch over to the display. So looks like they're gonna try to push the price down to 13 before hopefully making another run up. You know what, I'm just gonna delete that, redraw it. All right, so price now at the bottom of this trend, came up, test the top, and price got rejected. I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to bring it back down and then try to break out again. We'll see if that happens, but yes, total rejection here at 1437. It is what it is. The nice thing about technical analysis is that you're prepared. If you're day trading, swing trading, long hold, it gives you a very nice perspective of what's to come. Oh, here it is. My chart's back. So this is what I want to show you on the day chart for AMC since I have you. All right, so we know that the all-time low is 10 bucks, right? About $10. Low is 10.35. Where's price at right now? Price action is at 14. Price, there's a gap fill. There's a 14% gap fill, or if at the current price, it's 30% to the top of this gap fill, which is nice, right? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's nice. And then from there, we're looking at, again, on the day chart, I'm not saying this is gonna happen today, tomorrow, next week, but at some point, price will or should return to the $27 price target. This is where it needed to be before everything was pushed down at the $27. And from there, I would expect things to normalize if there's no dilution or any muckery going on. I want to see price back at $38 before it does any retests, coming back down to do this, right? And then at some point, ultimately, hit price target 2, which is right at the 200-day moving average, $46. I mean, AMC was there. It tested it back in August, on August 11, and it broke out on August 8. So I know things have changed between the 10-to-1 split and between APE merging into AMC, but I don't see a reason why this scenario can't happen at some point. Just keep that in mind. Remember, this is Vincent's take on what should or what can occur, or what I believe should happen. But don't take it as financial advice. Don't take it as financial advice. Take it for what the chart is telling you, or what the chart is telling you that it could do. All right, this time I'm really signing off. See you soon. See you later. Like and subscribe if this information is good and you enjoy seeing this and then seeing that. Signing out.